Guys, Deluded, I'm back again, your favourite YouTuber. Thank you very much for tuning back in. What was I going to say? It's not really nothing to do with football today, but you guys know I ponder, I'm a very big ponderer, and I think deeply a lot and think about life a lot, and I've always done this. Like, I know everybody says they think they're older than they actually are, but I honestly do believe, I obviously show my youthful naiveties and frustrations at times, but I do believe I'm ahead of my time, and many a times I used to think, is it right to think the way I think as a young male? Then I realised like it fully is. And what I mean by that is I've never liked to be comforted by a lie. I honestly believe, well, it's true. The world is full of lies, isn't it? The world's full of deceitfulness. The world likes liars. We all like to feel nice. With social media, it's heightened. You see all these people on Instagram. My mum, like I told you, my mother, the best advice my mother's always told me, and I've only realised probably in the last 5 years how true it is. Don't watch what people have because you don't know how they got it. If they've got it legitly, cool. But my mom's always said, don't worry about that. If you want something, go and get it yourself. You don't need to, because like that's why I've never been a jealous person, envious, and all of these things, which I do believe rob you of your own uniqueness if you allow these negative emotions to consume you. But obviously it's become heightened with social media, Instagram. You're seeing people with rollies and all of these things, rap game, everybody's rich and stuff. But if you look behind it, people are scamming people. People are the rap game is a stitch up, because the cars, and very few people are actually financing the cars themselves. And to a degree, if they are doing it for the vid, it might not make sense. Cars are leased. Cars either belong to the labels. The galleys are paid for. They don't really know them, and they're only touching them for cameras. Didn't give them a time of day. The clothes might not even be legit. Instagram, exactly. You don't know how people are getting things in it. And I've realised people like to be comforted by a lie. That's why in sales it works. Like, people like to be sold a dream. People love dreams. Anything someone tries to sell you more time is a dream. It puts you in a place where you don't think. I've realised as well in life, like, there's nothing wrong with going on holiday. There's nothing wrong from wanting to escape things. But I think a weird thing is I don't like to run away from my problems. I like to face them head on, in it. Like, how many times do you see people, they want to go on holiday because they want to escape something, only to return to the same madness? For me, that's never made sense, because why are you running? Isn't it better to head on, face it, get through it, and then go on holiday or whatever and conquer it? I've never understood that. People, and I've actually become very humble in this aspect. I might make another video on humbleness, but people are going out, popping all sorts of pills, drinking their faces off, smoking all sorts of paraphernalia, overdosing on these things, even eating bare food to escape stuff. Everybody's trying to escape. Like, we all have problems. Life is hard. I'm not saying anything else, but it's a lot of this is because people can't take how harsh life is. Like, life is harsh. Like, in my life, I personally think my stress levels are higher than a lot of people's, and people have it higher than me purely because of my demographic. And what I mean by that is being a young male growing up in London and dealing with some of this trauma. Is it like Chicago? No, but you could be like me. You could be just minding your own business. You're getting, people are starting issues with you, or you're walking down the road and something's happened, because these things are happening. These things have actually happened while DG started. Like, do you know how many times I've gone out, we've got into a madness, and I've come and talked in previews about football and nobody's none the wiser. I think my resilience to stress could be better, and I've been trying to improve at stress, because I'm a big fan, or not being a big fan, but I've been trying to be good to myself and positively reward myself. For me, I'm a weird guy. I don't believe in holidays until I've achieved anything, or buying nice stuff for myself, or nice food, or just being nice to myself, or taking breaks. I've realised man's got to start doing them sort of things, or it's going to lead me to self-destruction and controlling my mind and things. But I do think, in regards to stress levels, I think because of some of the themes I've had to deal with is financial worries, both of myself and family members losing jobs and things like that, threats on my life, ridiculous amounts of violence, and what actually scares me is death. It doesn't. I am quite numb to it, and I don't mean by, if someone, God forbid, touch wood, if a loved one of mine or someone I hold dearly, or people I don't even know, it means I won't feel some sort of way. What I mean by that is I've seen so many people lose their lives very young to knife crime, to being robbed of illness. I've been robbed of loved ones from illness as well. So it's made me quite cold to a degree, if I'm honest with you. Not even cold, the resilience to stress. Like, life is just the same old different stuff. Like, I get people want to run away from the harsh realities, but I've realised in life, like, people don't like the truth, do they? People like to be comforted by a lie. Like, people, even when you talk about death, no one wants to speak about it. No one wants to die, but everyone wants to go to heaven if you believe in heaven. Nobody wants to die. Like, it scares me as well, but I've come to be close with that, knowing one day it could be, God forbid, it could be after I finish this video, it could be in 55 years or whatever, that I'm going to shut my eyes, or I'm going to be doing something, or God forbid, I could cross the road and that's it. That's it. And that's probably where I've got some humbleness from, is that I can know I can go every day, to be honest with you. So I've got to live every day like it's my last. That doesn't mean going out and doing mad stuff. That means trying to leave a legacy or a positive impact in people's lives for me, because that's one thing. I don't think I have a big ego. We all have egos, but I think the one thing I would like to do for myself is leave something behind for loved ones. Like I've always said, I'm a weird guy. For other people's funerals and stuff like that, I'll throw out all the works. But for me, just dash me in the fire, or make me some compost, save your money, and put that money to something else. I honestly don't care about myself. I don't care about my loved ones. I actually have letters written to my unborn child. Don't get it wrong, people. I ain't got no child on the way. You're not gonna see me in the Daily Mail. Young rising YouTube star has 5 baby mothers. You're not gonna see that. But yeah, like I just want to leave something. I don't care about myself in it. I care about my loved ones. Like one thing I don't want people to struggle for is money. Like I've both close to home and far away, like you guys have seen the same as well. Money is something you've seen, it can hurt someone. Like I don't want to get into it, but I've seen tears, like and it's knowing you can't help is what hurts the most. So I just think like people just need to stop being comforting themselves by lying, faking it, and putting on facades and egos and stuff like that. It annoys me, but it's never gonna happen, because in the same way that people of the same race will pit each other about, people of other races will fight off between each other, because everybody wants to feel important and better than the next man. And that's where people need to learn humbleness. Like I've always been humble, but I think probably 2 years ago, life humbled me more than I thought I was humbled, because even if I saw drug addicts or things on the streets and things like that, I would look at them with a degree of cynicism. But now, I don't necessarily condone them. Their actions led them to that, but I can understand. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to do crack and that. I don't understand to that level, but I can understand how they might have got to that point, and I can have some empathy for them, if you get what I'm saying. Because you need to humble yourself before life humbles you, and you don't want the latter. Like, I know how it feels. Like, obviously, I don't know how to take crack feels, so don't get where I'm going with that. But for me, I believe success is getting up every day trying to fight. Like I'm very guilty of, at times I'm trying to judge day in day out I'm trying to judge life by the crops I'm harvesting and being able to use. I'm not really focusing on the seeds, or if I've watered stuff, or if Rome was built in a day. Stop thinking about the Colosseum. Think about when people were laying compost or plumbing works or whatever in it, people. You get where I'm going in it. I've gone way off. I've talked about several different stuff, but I just thinking out loud, if nothing more, man. And I hope I've given you guys something to think about. If not, I apologize. But for now, guys, DG, I'm signing out. Get in the comments, subscribe, hit the like, and do the rest of it. Bang.